Mississippi, y'all. Why did I forget to stop for fuel? Y'all, I should have picked up the camera and recorded this back. This thing is tight. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Brandon Brews channel. It is another trucking vlog. Today we are sitting here in Georgia. We're picking up where we left off from the last video when I came to Georgia and I told y'all it was raining crazy last night and your boy just went and shut down. Well, we're still in Georgia and we are headed to Mississippi. Going to take you guys along and we're going to touch bases with where we're going after that, because we already have another pre-plan. Like, my dispatch has not been playing with my behind since I got here. They're like, yeah, we got you. We keeping you running. And so I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad because, you know, if these wheels not turning, you're not making money. So we got to make money. All right, so we have about 17 minutes left until my 10 hours is done. I've showered. Jax is 8. He's been out. And I got some food. And let me just say, you know what? I really got to stop downplaying Pilot. Pilot has been clutch. This is the second Pilot that I have gone to that, like, is super duper clean. They got like 10 or 12 showers. Literally 10 or 12 showers. The shower was clean. It smells clean when you walk into the Pilot. Like, I'm just like, this is different. And then I went to Subway, and the lady was an older white lady. She was so nice. Like, and I'm just like, yeah, let me put this down just in case I'm in the area off of I-20. This is the Pilot to be. Like, the people are pleasant. The lady who rang me up at the register said good morning. Like, all that stuff plays a huge part in being out here on the road, because sometimes you feel like you're by yourself. Sometimes you just need somebody to speak. So, like, yeah, I love it. Good job, Pilot. And I don't know, Loves is number one, but I don't know. It's looking like it might be a tie. It just depends on where you at. I guess this is the Southern hospitality that I have not been around in a while. I have not been in the South for a minute. So, and on this route, we're going to Mississippi. So we're going to be going across. We're going to be going through Alabama, and then we'll be in Mississippi. And then I have another load that's going to keep taking me west. So if you know what's next, what's west of Mississippi, put that in the comments. I want you to put it down there, and I want you to tell me where you think we're going. We were there last week. So if you watched last week's video and seen where I was, you'll know where I'm headed. So, I'm going to wait for this clock to do its thing. I'm going to set up, put my snacks, put my water out, put my, you know what's been weird? I have not, and y'all know, I am a coffee drinker. I have not been able to drink coffee because my stomach be bubbling. It'd be like, nah, we ain't drinking that this morning. So, we're going to do a triple shot energy, because I know cold iced coffee doesn't bother me, but when it's hot, for some reason, it bothers me. So we're gonna wait for our clock to come back, get all my stuff situated. So today we're gonna knock out 269 miles. That's not hard to do. So I should be getting to Mississippi by 4 o'clock. And then I think I have an hour to drive to pick up the next load. We're going to do that, and I'm going to take you guys with me. We are in Mississippi, y'all. Went through Alabama, Birmingham. Why did I forget to stop for fuel? Forgot big time. Now my fuel light is on. I ain't never seen this light come on. Actually, I've really never had the light cut on
1 mile ahead
in any of my trucks. This came on once, but I just don't be playing like that. This thing too big to be stranded on the side of the road because I didn't put fuel in. But we made it here, and we are about to pull up in here. It look crowded too. It's gonna be a minute. But we made it. And we're 9 minutes away from the delivery, so we're real good. You can hush up. Dang, they are. This must be the only. And see, that was another thing. This was like, should I get behind another Martin truck? Is he leaving? Is he leaving? Oh, look at that. Look at that. All right now. Look how God works, y'all. I'm sitting here thinking I was going to have to wait. Glory to God. I wonder how much this is going to cost. Thought it was gonna be way more than that. Forgot I was driving in the rain. It's a bittersweet moment, y'all. While I was backing up, I didn't realize. What up, Jax? What up? I didn't realize I was backing up to an old friend of mine. What up, Rail? Okay, we have made it to our delivery. I just dropped the load over here and then picked up an empty. We are here in Mississippi. We are headed to Bloomfield, Missouri. This load is not due to pick up until, it says 1 a.m. So we're just gonna drive there, and then in the case of, let me see, and I believe this, I have all day tomorrow to deliver it to Topeka, Kansas. That's where I'll be delivering it to on Thursday. And so I'm probably going to be getting a load on Thursday to go back home for Friday, because I'm supposed to be home Friday night this week. So we're about to get back on the road. Let me tell you, I think I'm going to put some footage in. I recorded some footage for my glasses, but I forgot to stop for fuel in Birmingham. And this is, I haven't, I took 20 in a car. I've been on 20 and 22 in a car, but not in the truck. And I did not realize that, well, we only fill up at Pilot and Flying J. Martin only fills up at Pilot and Flying J. I didn't realize that I passed Birmingham. Because I went through Birmingham. I was like, oh, Birmingham, cool, whatever. And then I was just like, oh, I'm going to get a little further down. And then I realized, I'm like, where's the Pilot? Where's the Flying J? I seen them building one, but it wasn't open. And the nearest one was like New Albany. So I called my fleet manager and I was just like, I forgot to stop in Birmingham. Is there a way y'all can open up this Loves in Hamilton? And he was like, well, how many miles you got? I was like, I got about 100 miles to get there. And I had a quarter tank. Now, mind you, I get it. I know, like, I knew my truck when I was in a Freightliner, but I don't really know this Kenworth to know, like, when you're at a quarter or when you're below a quarter, how much that is. But I found out today. I was turning and I was just like, woo. The light came on when I was like 8 miles away, so I felt good about that. I think when the light comes on, you still gotta like at least 100 miles. But I'm not about to chance it and figure it out. If the light comes on, you need to be like no less than 20 miles in. And I think I usually don't let this tank go that low because it's been cold, but it's not really cold. So it's been like above 50 where I've been. So that's the reason why I've kind of been like, I can let it run down a little bit. But we probably won't be doing that no more. All right, y'all. We made it to Bloomfield, Missouri. Made it to the shipper. Pulled up to the shipper, and the shipper said the load is not ready. And they're loading it at 1 a.m. My note says that I have an appointment for 1 a.m., but it's a pickup like a drop and hook. And I wasn't about to argue and do all of that. No need to argue, but I'm just saying, like, I thought it was supposed to be ready at 1. But we pulled up, I think, I pulled up at 10:30. So I was just trying to see. But they have overnight parking here, so we are parked. And I'm going to do my 10 hour. And I'll pop back around and check in at 9 to see, and the load should be ready. I wanted to drop this trailer off because it's an empty. And the overnight little parking lot is very like congested. So I was like, I'm gonna just bobtail, give him this empty. But he gave me some insight. He said, well, they do have a trailer that they're loading for my load. But if there's something wrong with that trailer, they're probably gonna take this trailer. But this trailer could turn into somebody else's load. And I was like, what? Like, oh no, that's not happening. So I'm gonna keep this trailer because this is my trailer. And so I said I'll just finesse it and we're gonna be creative and do some creative parking. It is the next day. We are still here parked, or we parked here overnight. And so what I'm gonna do is flip around. Just did my pre-trip, waiting for the clock to come back. And we're gonna go pick up this load. If everything goes well, y'all, we will be heading home in that direction. Actually, all my loads, this load is headed back north, and my next load is headed directly back home. So if I can knock this out, get this load to Topeka, Kansas, and pick up the next load in Spring Hill, I will be heading home today. So we're going to see where we get, depending on traffic, depending on making sure these loads are done. Actually, let me look. They actually sent me that load this morning. Let me look and see like what the appointment time says on it. It is a drop and hook, but you know, there's a certain time when these loads are going to be ready. So let me see here. Oh, it says 8 o'clock. And it's 9, so that should be ready. Yeah, and then that load delivers anytime up until midnight tomorrow. So we most definitely got all day tomorrow to drive 512 miles. Today, I have about 200 miles to get this to Topeka, and then I'm going to be running 66 miles empty to pick up the load to go back home. So let's get on the road. Not really, we're just flipping around and checking in again to make sure that this load is ready so we can start our day. Yeah, I should have picked up the camera and recorded this back. This thing is tight. Your boy had to get out, look, pray. Look at this. Most definitely tested my skills today. Thank God there was nobody else. Like, he's having, you see what he's doing? Yes. I got a little trick to that. What I do, I get the trailer straight all the way far up, straight enough, and then that's how I work it in, backing in. I don't like doing that whole curve and having to see if I'm too close and thinking about the other side of the trailer. I don't like doing that. But we got it in here tandem just slid. And now I think he about to reset. But yeah, I should have showed y'all what this looked like. So it looked like dude said forget it. I'll show y'all. He ain't even there no more. Like when you look at that spot, you be like, oh yeah. But you realize how tight it is. So like I was explaining, it's basically a straight up alley dock. But what you want to do is make sure you get that trailer all the way. Like use all the room. That's what you want to do. And that's what I did. Like I was all the way over there, but my trailer was lined up. It was in the hole. And so all I had to do was work the front and get it in. So shout out to driving local. I think when I drove local and had to drop and hook so much, and we had a tight lot. And not only that, doing some jockeying. I was a yard jockey. All of that stuff helped out because I'm just like, you realize what you can do and what your limitations are with this vehicle, but what your advantages are. I actually shout out to Rail for their close quarters training. That helps you out too for when stuff like this happen. So when you got a back tight, like I actually be ready. I'll be like, I want the challenge. Let's do this. But not only that, you learn what's possible and not possible, because there are some backings that you like, nah, I need that truck to move out the way. I can't do this, it's too tight. So you learn all of that. Just an update. Our load is still not ready. They talking about it's in the door and they're loading it now. I'm like, it was supposed to be ready at 1 a.m. And it is 10 minutes to 10. Like, what are y'all doing? So we're going to go over there. We're dropping this. I'm going to go over there. And we're going to wait for the load. Had I been thinking, I wouldn't have started my clock. But we're going to go over there and go in sleeper berth. And if it takes them 2 hours, then I do a split. Or I can still do a split and go back into the overnight parking so I can save my time. But really, I have so much time for the day. And I'm not going that far. So it's really not that bad. So we'll figure out what we're going to do once we get over there. All right, y'all, we got our load. We didn't have to wait. I think I might have only been in that dock for like 10 minutes. So thank God, we praise God that we were not sitting there having to wait. But they do have a long line to check out. It's about 3 trucks in front of me. I think everybody is getting their bills. You have to get your bills at the security desk. Like, every place is different. Wow, they already have a trailer inside of that door. So they might be working behind, but they are working. So we're going to get on the road. And yeah, we're going to have a good day.